Thank you so much for joining in for today's workshop on creating a quiz with AccessAlly. Here's what we'll cover in today's workshop. First, we'll take a tour of the workshop quiz. Then we'll cover types of quizzes that you can create with AccessAlly, member preferences, using a quiz to personalize the member journey. And then we'll wrap up with some advanced uses, ways that you can link different features to a quiz to unlock bonus content, reward participants, and more. If you're catching the workshop today live, yay, I am so excited that you're here. And if you're catching this as a replay, you can go to access.accessally.com/webinars to see our workshop replays. Now it's time for us to dive into our quiz tour for today's call. Inside our quiz, I have started at the point where someone has found your main website and they have clicked to participate in your quiz. So the quiz is just a very small, streamlined example with just a single question, so that I can show you how things are built behind the scenes in AccessAlly. So the question on my quiz is about what season your business is in. So we'll go ahead and take this quiz. Now remember, you can have as many questions and structure your quiz in the way that works right for your business. But this example today, I'm going to go ahead and select that hot chocolate is my favorite beverage. Upon answering a question, then I'm going to submit the answer to this quiz. So now I'm presented with the season that my business is in, which is part of a larger course called Amazing Seasons. So now at this point, in order to capture this information, there is a box that appears so that this new potential customer can sign up for the results of their quiz. And now I'm going to go ahead and select that I would like to receive promotional emails and get access to my results now. Upon completing the quiz, here I am as Lillian, and I have unlocked my Amazing Seasons winter information. You could also position this with a really great welcome video and some information that the person can explore when they arrive. So I'll go ahead and click on Amazing Seasons Winter, which is going to bring me up like a plan or a business plan. And then I will come back to where I have been before. So I'll go back a step, and I'm just going to refresh the page to simulate how a customer would be moving through this particular workflow. So now I have completed the answer to the quiz, and this is where the quiz can pick up and start gathering preferences and information from your customers to help them with their experience with your business and inside your site. So I'm going to go ahead and click on interests. And now I can ask this customer, this potential person that's visited my site, different questions and use different features within AccessAlly to really customize the experience for this person as they move through my site. So right here, it says, I'd love to know more about what you're interested in. Select any of the options below to find out more. So I'm going to go ahead and click on the one-on-one coaching option. And you'll also notice that there's a little reset my interests, because as people take your quiz more than one time, their interests, and in this case, their seasons in business might change. So I'm going to go ahead and select that I'm interested in one-on-one coaching. Then it will move me in to find out more information. So the moment that I select I'm interested in one-on-one coaching, it will take me directly to a page on the site that outlines the one-on-one coaching options that this potential client could have with my business. I also wanted to point out a really great article from our AccessAlly site. This article is on how to use a quiz lead magnet and why they work. This article covers the different types of quiz lead magnets you might create if you want to dive more into the strategy around how these quizzes are built, where today I'm covering the tech behind the scenes of what you can do with these quizzes. Now that we have completed our quiz tour, it is time to dive into our next step, which is the types of quizzes that you can create with AccessAlly. we're going to cover the different types of quizzes. You can create with AccessAlly graded quizzes, personality tests, and scoring tests. Each one of these types of quizzes works in a little bit different way. So with the graded quiz, you will be able to evaluate them based on their answers and then calculate their score to 100%. So you can set up the different ranges for the scores that would apply for their quiz. And then if they score a percentage or higher, a specific outcome can be captured for that participant. With the graded quiz, the options that you have for controlling what happens after they complete your quiz is you can apply a tag when they pass a quiz, or you can apply a tag when they fail a quiz. So the graded quiz does allow for tagging, and tagging can start the process of customizing that member journey, but it applies a single tag, passing a quiz or failing a quiz. Our next type of quiz is the personality quiz. The personality quiz is the quiz type that I have built and used for today's workshop example. With personality quizzes, what I like about this type is each different outcome can be presented with a different option for tagging and further customization. So with this, each specific outcome, and you can have more than one, will allow you to apply a tag or assign something to a custom field. So in this case, you have a lot of flexibility with personality quizzes to really customize the user's journey and to take them on a process with your business that makes it very personalized. And then finally, the scoring test. The scoring test allows you to assign different scores for each answer and weight those scores. Then afterwards, you have a final result that is based on the number of scores that you create. So with this example, you might like this type of quiz if some of the questions in your quiz contribute to a higher portion of the result. So in the past, when I did website design projects, I used a scoring outcome because some questions were weighted more and they counted for a bigger portion of the result. So here you can select the score that someone achieves. So you could put it at, like, for example, 80% or higher, and then they can receive a custom tag when that outcome is reached. Now that we've covered a bit about the different types of quizzes in AccessAlly, let's cover member preferences. And this part is where you can work with your logged in users and you can customize the user journey. So what I like about the ability to have someone that is already an existing customer take a quiz, or someone that may be new that fills out an opt-in form, is once they have completed that quiz and signed up for your form, or they're already a part of your site, then you can start customizing the user's journey. You can take them to next things that you want them to see, or you can ask them what they would like to know more about. And then these things can each have their own unique tags applied, which can then be used to customize your site. You might create sections of conditional content where a user sees things based on their preferences. So this part really customizes your site to that exact visitor and their specific wants or needs. So now we're going to combine our advanced quiz uses and also our member preferences to build an offering in AccessAlly that contains our quiz and holds each part of this journey. So let's go ahead and take a look at that in more detail. I'm going to head over to the dashboard of my site, and I'm going to go to AccessAlly and Offerings. For this offering, you can use the Start from Scratch offering type, or you can use the challenge free opt-in template type. The type of offering you choose is going to allow you to have some things already created for you in advance. So we'll scroll down and grab my Amazing Seasons, which is our example for today. And I'm going to give it a click, and we're going to take a look at the parts. So when you're in an offering, you can click plus new to create an offering. Start from scratch allows you to build each piece. So here in the content section, I have a public page this page displays the quiz. So let's take a look at that public page really quick. And you'll see right here, this is the page that holds the quiz. This page is open to the public because people are not yet a customer on my site at this point. They are taking a free opt-in quiz. Next, we're going to look at our base modules. And with this offering, I have created a welcome base module page. Remember, this page is used in every AccessAlly offering. On this page, I have outlined a welcome message to the new customer and also added a video. This would be a great way to share more about why your offering is going to help the customer based on the results that they achieved. And then next, I have the interests page. This is the page that someone goes to after they have downloaded their resource based on their season. And this is the page that starts doing some of the heavy lifting of taking our quiz results and then personalizing their member journey. So we'll take a look at this page in more detail in just a minute. After we've looked at our content, we're going to move right into that Forms tab. So this part is really important because with the personality quiz, there are 4 different outcomes that a customer could reach. And each of those outcomes needs its own custom free opt-in form inside AccessAlly to take that user to the next part of their journey. So we'll look at our Amazing Seasons Winter opt-in form and take a look at how it's built. First, I just added a clickable link for the image for their season. Then next, I added the information about the season that they are and to unlock their biz planning guide. And then they have their first name, email address, and then they have their button to click. So this part right here is just built using an AccessAlly form, and it'll build it automatically for you. And then you can customize it when you're creating these different paths for your personality-based quiz. And then down here, this option is really neat. If I click on it, you can see more. This is a custom checkbox. Checkboxes work with your forms inside AccessAlly, your free opt-in forms, and you can set a value to store in a custom field for these items. So basically, they are set to not require that they be checked, so that person can select if they want these or not. So I have one for if they would like to receive and one for if they do not want to receive promotional emails. If you're using a CRM system, you could also bring this into once they sign up for promotional emails, you could send them your marketing emails. And you could also then send emails related to your blog posts and different items. So while those might not be connected to AccessAlly, you can start bringing your marketing efforts in from here if you like. Now we're going to look at our settings tab. Under the settings tab, it's going to redirect them to the first page inside this offering, which is that welcome page for the Amazing Seasons. And next, it's going to have actions that are performed once they have successfully opted in. So it will release the Amazing Seasons offering, and it's going to also apply the tag that goes with their personality. So in this case, Amazing Seasons Winter has access. We'll give them access to the download for that PDF for their business planning guide. And each one of those follows the same flow, but has the different tag. So when we get to spring, it'll have the spring tag. When we get to summer, it'll have the summer tag. So this way you can start to plan the path that that person is going to go down from the moment they are opted into your site. And then finally, we will look at the display option. And the display option allows us to take this opt-in form and place it inside the quiz box once they complete the quiz successfully. So basically, you just copy to clipboard, and then you can paste this into the quiz results. So that is our Forms tab, consisting of the forms that go along with this particular offering. All right, now we're going to look at settings. Settings, I don't need anything in our description for the order form. And I am attaching this to a WordPress menu, and we'll cover the menu options in just a minute. And then finally, our permissions covering the tags that this customer might have as they're starting this journey. So the Amazing Seasons interest is what's going to appear for them once they complete the quiz and download their results. Now we're going to look at the next step within this workflow, which is the adding of the quiz to the page. So let's click on our quiz, and we're going to take a look at how this is built behind the scenes. So notice this page is not set to require login, so anyone can see this page because this person is not yet a customer. And if we scroll down, we're going to look at our quiz section, and it is set to the personality test. And I have added that opt-in form that I copied from my forms section. This is what will allow them to see the opt-in form when they get this result. And I have not applied any tags here. This part is really important. The reason I have not applied any tags here is because the person is not yet a member of my site. So if I were to apply tags here, then nothing would happen for that person because AccessAlly doesn't know they're here until they are a logged in user on your site. So the moment they fill out the form, that is what takes them to the Amazing Seasons page. And at that point, that's why our form is applying that tag so they can download that result. All right, now we're going to look at our objectives on this page, and you'll notice I do not have any objectives in use here on the quiz page because, once again, this person is not yet a member of our AccessAlly-based site just yet. All right, now we have taken a tour of our content page. Let's move over into the base module, which is where we start to add the content for what they see when they sign up for Amazing Seasons. So here we are in Amazing Seasons, and this is where I've added my video using Progress Ally. So when I scroll to the bottom of this page, I'm going to go ahead and choose Media. I'm going to add my video in right here, and I could add objectives to this page. So with objectives, I could have download protected content as my objective. That way it's tracking when they download their results. So this is a great way to use another feature inside AccessAlly, the protected content feature, right alongside with your quiz. And now what we're going to do is we're going to look at the timing of this offering. So with AccessAlly in your content pages, you can set up the release timers that are used to send the content to your customers. So right here, you'll notice that I have this marked as do not send this based on a schedule. So what is happening here is I am sending this new page to someone once they download their result. So I'm not going to release it based on a schedule, but it will appear for the person that takes action and downloads their biz planning guide. So now we have our seasons page. That's our next page type. And here on our seasons page, this is where I have added in the different options, and we'll view this on the front end so you can see that as well. This is where we've added in the different options for their interests. This is one way that you can start to gather information and personalize your customer's journey. So whether they're a potential customer and have made a purchase from you, not yet, but are thinking about working with you, you can go ahead and start collecting their interests now because they have opted in and they're moving through your site. So this is a series of custom operations that are linked to applying tags. These tags then show or are hidden for that person based on what they're interested in. So kind of like a preferences center. And then the option to reset is an interaction inside AccessAlly. They can reset and change their interests. So if they take the quiz again or want to choose different items, they can come right here and they can go to the interaction section. And right here is going to be a custom operation that will let them reset and remove all the tags. Now that links us to our next part. So what you do not see here is the different seasons. So the the fall, the winter, the summer, the spring, those are not here inside this offering. Those were created as separate pieces of protected content. So let's take a look at that part really quick. So if we go to our protected content section, this is great for downloads like PDFs or files that you want to send to someone after they opt in for something on your site. So here is my Amazing Seasons Winter PDF, and I would have one of these for each season. And all I did was choose the file. I just uploaded the planning guide from my computer, and I added the branding images. So this is the winter. They have access to it. They don't yet have access to it, or they've completed it. So I've just added in some custom icons. And also, this is set to visitors must log in to view this page. And you'll notice that I have a tag here for Amazing Seasons Winter has access. So you can add your own custom tags inside AccessAlly in order to be used with your offerings. So this way, once they have the Winter has access tag, they can download this particular PDF. All right, so now what we're going to do is we're going to look behind the scenes at the custom operations that are powering the journey this person is on once they've completed taking the quiz. So we're going to go to AccessAlly and we'll go to settings and we'll start with the tags and then we'll talk about the custom operations. So here under tags, I have made a few tags. I'm going to type it in so you can see it. So here under Amazing Seasons, I have got my winter, spring, summer, and fall, and I have my interest tag for that page. So this is the tag that will unlock each PDF based on their season. And you can make tags here and they will be added to your CRM system automatically if you're using AccessAlly with an integrated CRM like Drip, ConvertKit, Keep, Ontraport, or ActiveCampaign. If you're not using AccessAlly with an integrated CRM and you're using our AccessAlly Managed Contacts option, that's great. They'll already be here. Now we're going to go ahead and take a look at our custom operations. So here in our custom operations, we have a few types of custom operations behind the scenes that are powering those buttons where they select their interests. So our first custom operation is an add or remove tags, and it's saying that they're interested in one-on-one coaching. And this one is set to be triggered inside the site using a button. And this is a very nice and kind way of having this option available. They click the button. That's the only way this option is applied. So they have taken the step to click the button, and that's how this is applied to them as a member of your site. And the button has a place for you to add your wording. You can also do a question just to make sure they really want to do that. And you can even redirect them right to your one-on-one coaching options, or you can use conditional tags inside your site to display these on a section of a page. And then next up, we're going to talk about the coaching button. So if they are interested in group coaching, this might be someone participating in a group course. You could have your interest for group programs, and it's the same setup with our wording for our button. And also, are you interested in coaching programs by group? And then you could send them to a page on your site that outlines your coaching programs or even an interest updated page. And finally, our interest for communities set up the same way. They're interested in communities. We're going to add that tag, and we're going to enable the button on the site, and they can have the wording to represent the button and asking if they are interested in that information. You can redirect once again to a URL of your choice, like for example, an interest updated page, or you could link out directly to your community options. And finally, our reset interests. Remember, we have that interaction that allows them to reset their interests if their interests change over time. So this is a really nice way because not everyone stays the same always. So you can have a section that removes all of the interest tags and allows them to reset their interests. So this way they can choose new interests. And here on this one, we've got our option to make this a button that's clickable on the site. and you just copy this, you paste it right on the page. And then it's got reset my interests, and we have placed this right inside the interaction on the page. So we have our custom operations that are helping to tag the person based on their interests. And now we have one final advanced piece, the Progress Ally events. So events allow for people to get tagged or have different things applied when they complete different parts of your site. So let's scroll down and we'll look at our events that we're using behind the scenes to make this magic happen. First, we have a download. So I love to reward people that are using the content in the site and sending them either points or surprises along the way. So what you want here is when the user completes an objective, you select the page, and this would be, for example, the amazing sessions, amazing seasons. And this is going to pull the checklist that is on the main base page of our course or our offering. So now I'm going to click Downloaded Amazing Seasons Winter. So when they download, it's going to go ahead and tag them with the tag to unlock the interest page. Remember, that's our page that is set to not be unlocked based on a schedule. So now that is how that page gets magically unlocked once they take the action and follow through on downloading that planning guide for their business. All right, now let's take a look at the final result of all of those pieces together. So here is the build of our interest page. We are adding the custom operations for each of our buttons. And remember, those buttons are like this. They're right here on our interest page. We've got our 3 buttons. So we're building those in our WordPress theme. You can build this using any WordPress theme. I am using the AccessAlly theme with Gutenberg. I created 3 columns and I'm placing a button in each column. And to grab the codes for my buttons, I just go to the shortcode generator. I slide down and select the custom operation. Then I'm going to go ahead and choose it from my list. So first I'm going to select my one-on-one interest button and hit generate shortcode, copy, and then paste it right into that block. Then I would continue on with the group coaching and then with the communities section as well. And now I've added the spot for the reset, and this is using one of those Progress Ally interactions. So for the reset, I scroll down to the bottom of the page, and I'm going to click on interactions, and I'm going to choose to use an interactive shortcode, and I'm going to paste my button into that shortcode. So to grab the custom operation for the reset, I'm going to go once again to the shortcode generator. I'm going to scroll to the custom operation section, and I'm going to select reset interest and hit generate shortcode. I just copy that, place that here. So interactions need to be added to your WordPress page. So then you would just come right back up to the top of your WordPress page and you would select AccessAlly shortcode generator and you would choose interaction and select your Progress Ally interaction and hit generate shortcode in order to display it on your WordPress page. So you just copy from here and paste it right in. So now we have all of our interests, and you can select and create different pages to go along with those different interests. For example, you can make your very own one-on-one coaching page. When they click that button, the custom operation will take them right to that link while it's also applying that tag. The same with your group coaching or your interactive communities. So this way you can start to customize your user journey.
Thank you so much for watching this workshop on creating a quiz with AccessAlly. If you'd like to learn more about building an AccessAlly site from start to finish, join us for our free AccessAlly 101 training.